Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be about the coronavirus and how it is affecting me and how I'm doing, yada you and yada yada. So last week was our spring break. It was from March 6th until the following, whatever day that was. So from that Friday to that next Sunday, that was supposed to be our spring break. If you don't know, I go to SFA, Stephen F. Austin University, out there in Nacogdoches, Texas, one of the oldest cities in Texas, by the way. So my last video was me moving in, which I moved in January the 11th, which was a day after my 23rd birthday. And it was a very interesting first few weeks. It was very new for me. I felt like I was not ready for it. I spent a lot of nights being sad because I wanted to come back home, but not to stay. It was just because I was just in a new environment that I really knew nothing about. So I made some enemies. I made some friends, some very good friends, and me and my friends had kind of been talking about the coronavirus in our little friend group, and like we make like little jokes. Like I would tell them, if one of y'all give me corona, we call it Carranza as a joke. We'd be like, if you give me Carranza, I'm gonna be really mad at you. I'm not gonna be your friend anymore. Yada you and yada yada. But at the same time, we were all very vigilant, and well, I wouldn't say we all were. Some of us were still taking it as a joke, but I, for one, wasn't, because I get sick very easily, and me getting sick out there in NAC, even if it was just a common cold or a head cold, whatever the case may be, I just wouldn't have been able to function. I'm not a good person to be around when I'm sick, because I'm just not functionable. Okay, so I was already taking my precautions from getting sick, not sick from corona, but sick from a common cold, because up there in NAC, y'all, I don't know how to explain it, but it was cold in NAC versus Houston. Like the time frame just wasn't really adding up. Like it'd be a little chilly out here, but it was cold, colder than normal. And I was just keeping it up with everything. So about the time that corona was starting to get a little buzz, and people were saying on social media different platforms that it wasn't as serious, I was just like So on the last week that we were in school, my dance appreciation teacher, she told us that she was going to this dance school. Can't remember the name, but it's somewhere up north. And I, for one, like when she said it, I was just like, well, that's where the corona is like really striving right now. So I was just like, I wasn't sure. So when I got home that Friday and that Saturday and then that Sunday and then that Monday came, and then things had just kind of progressed over, and we started, how do you say, preparing for quarantine way before they told us to. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like what am I gonna do? One of my classmates went to Switzerland, and I was just like, okay, but what if he gets sick, and what if he comes back and he gives it to all of us? Like, I'm thinking about all of this. I had another classmate who was from South Africa. I'm not really sure if she said that she was going home, but you just start to think about all these people that you're around, and you're just like, okay, but what if you come back and get me sick? Like, what if my body isn't able to handle that type of sickness? Which was always my case. I didn't want to get sick because I didn't know how my body was going to react to it. I am down for a few days with a head cold. Like, I can't even function. Okay, so I know I would not be able to deal with no coronavirus. So then lo and behold, SFA was like, I was going to go back. I went back that Sunday, but my family told me to go get my books because classes were resuming online, and I did leave my textbooks up in NAC. My family were telling me to go there, pack up my whole dorm, because they don't believe that I'm going to go back, which is something that I really didn't want to hear. Neither did my friends. We were all kind of planning on going back, except for one of my friends. We were all, well, two of my friends really. Us three, we were going to go back. Me, Maddie, and Joe, we were going to go back, and we were just going to be there with each other. But my family just thought it wasn't a good idea. So I was just like, okay. And then eventually we all agreed that we weren't going to go back because, life goes on after this whole coronavirus. Joe went to San Antonio because she wanted to see if she could find a job for the summer because we have an apartment. And Madi just decided to stay home and work because she needed the money. And my family just decided that it would be best for me to stay home because they believed that SFA was going to shut down before SFA had ever sent the email about, whatever. So when we got the email saying that everything was going to be moved online, I went back to NAC and I went and packed up my room and I brought back my textbooks. And actually just about 2 days ago, NAC sent the email saying that we were not... SFA sent the email saying that we were not going to resume classes and that classes from now forth all through the summer were going to be online. And I was just like, in a sense, I was happy because they were taking the precautions for us not to get sick. But at the same time, y'all, all my classes are in person, every single one of them. And I have 6 classes. And not only that, I am a performing arts major. So I'm just not really understanding what can I really do online. Even though I only have 2 theater classes, those 2 theater classes they require in-person stuff. So I have a Spanish class that I am no good on. Like, I chose Spanish in person because I just can't do Spanish by myself. I know because I took Spanish in the fall and I ended up dropping all my classes because I was failing within that first week. Couldn't understand nothing. So that's new for me. And my communications class, it was already difficult, but being able to go and see her twice a week was just really comforting for me. That way, if I had any questions, but now everything is online. I've emailed her twice, and she hasn't emailed me back. She's probably tired of me emailing her. But this whole online experience I don't think it's going to be good for me. Right now, I have 4 A's and 2 C's, and those C's are in my communications and in my Spanish class. And I just took my my Spanish midterm and I got a 94 on that, so maybe my grade should go up to a B, but and that's for Spanish. And then I have a C in communications, and I just did an outline and a speech, so hopefully my grades will go up then also. But that's just the tea. I'm at home in Houston, and it's great, I guess, but this is just not how I planned my life to be. I just got to college in January, and I'm back home that quick. And the reason why I decided to go to university in January was because I felt the need to step out of my comfort zone and really work on my craft. And I just don't feel like I can do that while I'm at home because I have no motivation. Like, since I've been here, I really don't do anything besides my homework. I'm not too really keen on going outside. We can't really go anywhere else because anywhere else besides the grocery store, and that's no fun. And I know that this is happening to everyone, and it just sucks for everyone. I don't think that anyone should feel any less because other people have it worse. I think we all are sharing the same fears and feelings and whatever. I know that they're sending back exchange students. I know for a fact that we had several. I just said that one of my classmates was from South Africa, so hopefully, I don't know if she's gonna have to go back. My classmate who was in Switzerland. I mean, I think it would be best for him to stay because his whole family lives in Switzerland, so there would be no reason for him to be in the States because his mom and dad and everyone live in Switzerland. I mean, I was able to go home, but I don't know. I just feel kind of sad. Like I said, this wasn't how I planned my first semester in university, and I paid a lot of money just as well as anybody else who paid a lot of money. I know there are people who are losing on scholarships, on whatever the case may be, or they're paying out of pocket, or their parents are paying. Like, their parents did not, if their child is living on campus, they paid for that. That's a lot of money. Now, me personally, I paid for everything at SFA. Everything is coming out of my own pocket. My little Starbucks checks, everything. And I mean, I'm back where I was in January, and that's really discouraging. And it's like, I could go to work, but I'm not really sure if I'm not sure if Starbucks would be willing to hire me. simply because, you know, I don't know if they're hiring people back, even though I was technically an employee, still an employee, or sort of. I don't know, really. I don't really know anything about it. But you could go work at the grocery store, and you're just like, but do you see how many people are in the grocery store? They just said don't be in a group more than 10. And do you know how many people are in the new HEB over there in the Heights? I know, I've been. There are a lot of people there. So you either stay in the house, go stir crazy, and just like dive yourself into homework 100% and lose your mind, or you go to work and you risk the chance of catching corona, because it's at the point where it's just spreading so fast and there are so many cases, especially in Harris County, y'all. I live in Harris County, and so apparently that the numbers are just they're just going up, up, up. And what is a girl to do? What is a girl to do? And I did not go to Starbucks for this drink, y'all. This is cranberry juice and apple juice. It's actually, this is me still being at SFA, because at the dining hall, this is what I drink. Cranberry juice with apple juice and ice. So, and even though NAC is like a little small town, I mean, I guess there are some advantages, because NAC is a small town and I already signed my lease for an apartment. If I had signed my lease like in, you know, whatever, then I'd still have to be paying that rent, and technically I'm out of work right now. So, and if you didn't know, like I said, I worked in admissions at my college, so that's the tea. That's the tea. This hair is looking really good today, y'all. I love my septum piercing. It's so cute. It's so cute. But y'all, that is what's going on with me right now. I feel like now that I have more time to record videos, because I was always so busy at the university. I had a mental breakdown the week before spring break, because I was just so overwhelmed. I had so much stuff to do. But at least now I have more time to film, and that is a positive, y'all. That is a positive, because I love talking to my camera and, you know, me doing what I do for my YouTube channel, because, you know, I'm trying to be a star. I don't want anything to hold me back. I don't want anything to hold me back from what I'm trying to do. So that is it for this video, guys. I just wanted to give you an update. I'm back home, drowning in homework, doing online, and my life is kind of over right now, because my aunt is acting like it's the apocalypse, and I don't know if that's what it is or what the case may be, but we will see. Until we see each other again, guys, bye.